Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are at the Mineral and Energy Department. Yan Tate Tiger, this morning we are joined by our president. He's going to address us shortly. But let me just quickly say the reason why we are here. Because it's very important that we put a context as to why we are here this morning. And we have taken a conscious decision, Yahore. We're just going to invite you colleagues who are here, who are from the inner city here in the CBD, to come and help us to deliver this message, not only to Gwede Mantashe, but to South Africans. Because as we are sitting today here, I think it's stage 2 of load shedding. Yes. As we are sitting here today, there's so many companies that are shutting down. Yes. There's so many shops that are shutting down because they can't make profit anymore.
Yes, the bakeries.
Bakeries, you can name them.
Yeah.
So that is why we are here. We are here to come and deliver our submission. There is a process underway between RIP, resource plan that has come up with by this government that they are saying is going to resolve load shedding. But we don't trust them because they have failed to deliver on resolving load shedding. Load shedding has been with us for 17 years.
Correct. And
they are saying it will continue up until 2030. That is something that we as ActionSA will not accept. Because this load shedding is here today because of ANC. Yes. We know that they are right in the middle of it. We know that they've got a company called Chancellor House that was part of messing up Medupi power station.
Yeah.
That was part of escalating the prices that the country had to pay to resolve the matters at the power station. So we know the corruption that happened in Eskom. Most of that money went to Chancellor House. It ended up in ANC coffers. We know where they deployed their cadres to go to Eskom, and then they've messed it up to what it is today. So we are going to do a submission. The president will tell you of the plans that ActionSA has and what we are proposing to be a solution to fix Tabaya Motlakase here in South Africa. Viva President Mashaba, viva! Viva! Viva the incoming president of South Africa, Herman Mashaba, viva! Amanda! All right, I'm going to call the president to come forward, and then we can be able to deliver our plans. Mr. President.
ActionSA's Batswani. Good afternoon, good morning. Thank you so much for making the time to be with us this morning at the offices of the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy. And thank you to the media present this morning to actually come and get it from the horse's mouth because this is a very important matter. This is not something that one can play about. And what I think I want to really make it really very clear to all of you, including the department in South Africa, is that they're going to say ActionSA is politicizing this matter. I just want to send a message to South Africans that ActionSA is proudly politicizing this political matter.
Yes.
Because this is a political matter. ActionSA has learned that you don't solve a political matter by bringing a mathematical solution. Yes. When you are faced with a political problem, you then address it with a political solution. So, fellows South Africans, we are here today at the offices of the Department of Minerals and Energy, DMRE, to submit our objections to the integrated resource plan tabled by the Cabinet in 2023, ahead of the March 23 deadline for public comments. As you are aware, 23rd of this month is it's a deadline. Yes. We rejected this IRP in its current form as it fails to address South Africa's devastating energy crisis with any sense of agency and is destined to make the same mistakes as we have been making for the past 2 decades. Rolling blackouts, fellow South Africans, remain one of the biggest self-made disasters by the current ANC government as it destroys thousands of jobs every year, forcing our people into poverty and contributes to the excessive levels of crimes in South Africa. Furthermore, the notion that load shedding has improved is complete nonsense. In 2023, South Africans experienced 332 days of rolling blackouts, with a mere 33 days without rolling blackouts in the entire year. During the same period, the private sector and citizens added just short of 3,000 megawatts of solar power to the South African grid, while the government banned 24.3 billion rands worth of diesel, which helped the country hover at around stage 2 of load shedding like we're experiencing today. After 17 years since load shedding was first introduced in 2007, the ruling party has been unable to end it, while its intensity has continued to escalate. ActionSA has a 9-point plan to end load shedding in South Africa once and for all, which includes, first, because what's important, it's not only to really come out with criticism, it's to come out with solutions, and that's what we're going to be submitting to the department today. And just for your information, they have obviously refused to come and receive the memorandum, but however, we are going, after this, going to submit it electronically, so they cannot really stop us from submitting this motion. Firstly, bring an end to cadre deployment at Eskom by ensuring that the utility, the entity, is staffed by highly skilled staff who are appointed based on merit and competency, not to political affiliation to the ANC. Number 2, combat crime in the energy system. We will improve security measures to protect South Africa's energy grid against cable theft and infrastructure damage. Under ActionSA, vandalism of public property would be classified as economic charge and criminally prosecuted accordingly. Number 3, shield the critical services from rolling blackouts. We will ensure that hospitals, clinics, fire stations and police stations are spared from load shedding so that these frontline services can be provided with electricity uninterrupted. And it's a pity, on the 29th of this month, this very same government is actually appealing our victory on this particular matter. And I will be in court to witness their presentation. Number 4, decentralize the energy market. Decentralized microgrids are the future of energy, especially for rural communities. We will incentivize municipalities to decrease their reliance on Eskom by utilizing microgrids powered by renewable energy sources. Number 5, establish a competitive energy market. We will open the market to independent power producers to generate electricity in a competitive energy market to increase South Africa's electricity supply. Number 6, harness solar power. We will provide tax incentives for solar panel installations, and we will invest in supplying low-income houses with universal access to rooftop solar panels and solar-powered geysers. Number 7, transition to renewable energy. We will use more renewable energy sources in our energy system to promote environmental sustainability while safeguarding communities reliant on the coal mining industry for survival. Number 8, promote public participation. We will engage with communities affected by the renewable energy transition to ensure that the needs of our people and economy are always prioritized. Number 9 and last, enhance skills development. We will introduce specialized training programs that focus on building the skills needed to maintain South Africa's energy grid now and in the future. ActionSA knows that this plan would easily be able to end load shedding where the ruling party has failed in the past. And we have seen real-world examples of where it has been implemented. During a recent visit to the Free State in February, I visited the rural Free State area known as Frankfurt, which on behalf of the Mafube local municipality is the electricity distributor in the region. RFS is currently halfway through a 25-year contract to manage electricity distribution and collect revenue in the region, and has invested heavily in infrastructure to ensure a stable electricity supply. It has constructed a solar farm which generates 4.2 megawatts of electricity, almost 75% of the town's electricity requirements, which means the town is slowly become load shedding free. Once the contract with the Mafube local municipality ends, all infrastructure developed by RFCS will become the property of the municipality. ActionSA believes this model can be successfully rolled out in communities across the country as a viable economic model to ensure a stable electric supply for residents and ensure that jobs are protected. If the state works together with the private sector, we can overcome a myriad of challenges facing our country. But for that to happen, we will need to take action at the ballot box on the 29th of May 2024 and removing the ruling party from government who have plunged our current country into the current crisis. If we as South Africans fail to do this, we will actually be failing our country. And we call upon you, fellow South Africans, we call upon you actioners. Let us ensure that 27.7 million registered South Africans go out and vote this unpatriotic, corrupt to the core, uncaring government out of power. We cannot have a government and a very important department like this led by someone known by our young girls at universities as Mr. Tiger. We need competent South Africans to run this department so that we can have reliable source of electricity so that our economy can operate. Thank you very much to members of the media present this morning. Thank you very much for South Africans watching us through our social media platforms, but in particular for you actioners for being here to demonstrate to this government, to demonstrate to South Africans that we are serious about protecting this country, and we are going to save this country. We are going to fix South Africa come the 29th of May 2024 so that the future of our children and our grandchildren is safeguarded. Thank you very much, and look forward to the elections on the 29th of May. Thank you so much.
Away, two.